Carla! Religion and the afterlife are completely separate things. You can very easily have a discussion about one or the other totally separately. Please, please, do not confuse the two. If you are confused, use a dictionary. What's the point in living if you don't believe in the afterlife, if there's nothing after death? I cannot... Those that believe in the afterlife ask themselves that, do they? Really? Because, I don't think that they do. I really don't think that that's something that goes through their minds. Even if you do believe in the afterlife, I can't possibly imagine that you would believe it wasn't worth living if there was nothing after death. You wouldn't be motivated to live if there was nothing after death. Seriously. So whatever you have in your life now is not worth living if you don't do anything after death. Because I can tell you this now, there is fuck all after death. You die, you get buried, and that's it. That's it. Now, you can believe all you like, and maybe if you believe, it will help you be at peace with the inevitability that is death more or easier. But you have to be realistic. The whole history of the world is pointless if there's no afterlife. If there's no afterlife, life is pointless. So, well, that just makes everything irrelevant, does it? That just makes the whole world, everything that's ever happened, everything that will ever happen, irrelevant. Just because death is inevitable. Because we expire. Because as living organisms, it's impossible for us to live forever. I can't even speak properly because of you. You're fucking me up. Ugh. Your mum's friend, that whole group of people that believe in the afterlife and can remember their previous lives, are either A, mentally ill, B, mentally ill, C, mentally ill, or D, a complete fucktard. Depends on how moral you are, depends on whether you are reincarnated or as a plant or an insect or an animal or a human. Yeah, well, that's what I believed when I was 8. When I was a child, I had similar views to that. And as I've progressed intellectually, socially, responsibly, I've pretty much progressed in my view of the afterlife, in that it doesn't exist, and most definitely that however you come back, even though you don't, you come back depending on how good you were in your life. You get more choice over what you come back as. Yeah, I believe that when I was like a child. That's a child's point of view. I think you need to reevaluate slightly on your own point of view of the afterlife. And life is a journey? Are you serious? I mean, you couldn't be more cliched if you actually physically tried. Also said that animals don't have the ability to make choices, and as such they are a lesser choice than humans. I don't believe any of this bullshit, but I think animals do have choices, and if you were lucky enough to be reincarnated, I think you would be pretty damn lucky to come back as any kind of animal. Yeah. Oh my god. I mean, you said some stupid things, but as Adam said, I think those are a few of the most stupid things you've said ever. 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 And that's saying something, Adam. I move in on the 1st of July to my new house, Adam. And of course you are welcome to come for a day or two before my birthday. Easter's soon. I'll be home back in London soon. And then not long after that exam season starts. So it'll have to be quite soon after Easter if you do want to come for the day or whatever. You were drunk when you wrote your blog? Still not convinced. I need convincing that you haven't given up drink, because your blog was pretty convincing, and I can't imagine you being. Well, actually, the whole blog was quite coherent, and I can't imagine a drunk person writing it. So you're gonna have to prove to me that you're still drinking. Fiona is held together by sellotape. DVDs. I know you discussed the DVDs again. briefly, and you came to the conclusion that they cost about 40 pence to make, which I don't agree with, because the prices you were using were sort of like go down to PC World, Argos, Morrison's employee discount prices, and if you're buying like billions of discs at a time, they're most probably 100,000 times cheaper than what you would pay for them. So you're not using cost prices. So my conclusion was that a DVD would cost about 7 or 8 pence to print and make. Include shipping, you're looking at maybe 12 pence for a DVD. Most of a film's profits are made from theatre tickets, not really from DVD. But even if you do take into account DVD, even if you put a whole pound on for the film company on a DVD, or £2, they're still nowhere near the £20 that they charge. Thanks for not sitting in front of the window, Adam. That was very kind of you. Although we do have a pretty amazing view of your wall now. That was quite interesting. Radiator, I think, was in there too. That's kind of cool. Anyway, I use AVG. It's a free antivirus. I'm sure you know about it. It's good enough for me. I do a lot of downloading, so I have to keep close tabs on spyware and shit on my computer. But otherwise, I don't really worry about IT security too much. However, I know that Carla doesn't do fuck all, because I got her to do a virus scan the other day and it found 3 Trojans on her computer. 3! And she was complaining it was slow. Okay, pets. Like Adam said, I believe that anybody should have any number of pets, or any type of pet. As long as they have the resources to keep the animal happy. They have the space, they have the right environment, they can afford the right food, they have the time to look after them properly, then sure, have that pet. If you want to have a pet tiger and you want to risk your life every day, then that's fine. If you're not risking your life, then that animal isn't living its life the way it should be, and as such, that animal shouldn't be your pet. Basically, there is a certain risk to certain pets, and if that risk isn't there, then you have changed the way the animal would naturally behave, and I think that is wrong. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Carla, what kind of people have koalas as pets? Was it you that said koalas? Oh, you know, I totally agree. You can never have enough socks. Never, ever have enough socks. I love how you assumed that Carla would just disagree with piracy just because she likes to disagree, just because you thought that she would have this overinflated moral objection to it. That was brilliant. I went to Cardiff last Saturday. What a grim, miserable, pathetic excuse of a city that is. It's smaller than Bristol, and it was horrible. Rained all day. The only thing good about it was I got to stand next to the Torchwood water tower thing, which was kind of cool. But we went. Carl went to a concert there. He went to see Fall Out Boy, and we waited around, me and some others, in a bar, and then we went back to the city centre to meet him to come back to Bristol that night. And we walked through the centre, and it was like hell on earth. It really was. It was absolutely one of the most horrible, slightly scary experiences of my life. People like total horrible, chavvy, nasty people spilling out of every pub and club. Fights everywhere. People lying on the floor, can't stand up. People throwing up all over the place. It was really, really horrible experience. That's Cardiff for you. Do not ever go to Cardiff. That's a personal recommendation. Ever. Oh, while I was there, I went in H&V and I saw that book you were talking about, and I was going to buy it. I was going to follow your recommendation because it did look very funny. I stood in there like for 5 minutes reading it. It was very amusing, but then the queue was like huge, so I didn't buy it.